Hello, people. How's it going? Well, as you can tell, we don't have any these now because my other one decided to die on me and will never be resurrected again because it no longer works. I'm still kind of figuring how to use the. This is my old computer. This is the old big laptop I used to have, and it's working. I just have to just making everything bigger and a little bit more different than we're used to. Which is not what I'm used to anyway. I was at Half Price Bookstore yesterday and I found this lovely book on the First Doctor, the only First Doctor. He is number one, not whatever the other nonsensical last two doctors and whatever. This is the first one. Now, I haven't read this book because I just bought it, but I found it interesting when I skimmed through. It is about William Hartnell. We all know who William Hartnell. If you're a Doctor Who fan like me, you can see I got my Doctor Who mug. With the sonic screwdriver on. Give me a chance to use that mug today. I mean, it does talk about his career. I mean, it's from light and musical comedy, a session of mean crooks and bullying sergeant majors. William Hartnell's long and varied career included a number of iconic British films, including Carry On Sergeant, Brighton Rock, and This Sporting Life, which must be British to know these things. I'm only half British. However, it is for his role as a time-traveling eccentric that he is most fondly remembered. And he is the First Doctor. True Doctor Who fans know full well that William Hartnell is the First Doctor. I'm going to keep saying that for a reason. Hartnell played the very first Doctor from 1963 to 1966, pitting his wits against many foes and monsters, including the Daleks and the Cybermen. Well, he met the Cybermen once. And that was his last episode. That was his last episode. When he changed and was regenerated into Patrick Troughton. Jessica Carney's closer research biography of her grandfather includes stories from many of the hundreds of stars of stage screen with whom he worked. Amongst them, Richard Attenborough, Laura Tibbey Lambert, Bob Monkhouse, David Lenton, and Lindsay Anderson. I want to read this part too. This part is I want it for a reason. A fascinating and very moving account of a complicated and talented actor. William Hartnell rose from the humblest beginnings to become a heavyweight screen star and ultimately unlikely heroes of millions of children as the First Doctor. In this 50th anniversary year, when this was published, it's wonderful to see how Jessica Carney pulls together all the threads of his tangled life in such a sympathetic but honest fashion. Bill was not a saint. He wasn't. But he emerged as a fully rounded, difficult, and fascinating personality with splendid biography. He was not an easy man to get along with. He wasn't. But also, a lot of people who did know him and did like him, when he was around people he liked and were friends with, and he looked down his hair, so to speak, he was very likable to be around. I'm really going to have to figure out a way to deal with this, because this computer is making everything whiter than I'm used to, and I'm still having to adjust to it. But anyway, at least it works. No, my Chromebook literally stopped functioning. It literally died. But anyway, this book has lots of cool pictures. My pillows. I'm never gonna get this right, It has some all interesting pictures of William. I don't know. I haven't read this book. I got it yesterday, but I figured I'd do a short little video on the First Doctor. Whatever number certain people want him to be, he's the first. Trying to find Doctor Who pictures, but there are other pictures. This book has lots of photographs, lots of pictures. It's very well written. Well, what I've read, it's very well written. He's very open about his tendency to slightly rewrite his own history and the reasons why. I won't spoil it, but what I've read, or the brief little segments I've read, he sounds like an interesting guy. He also sounds like somebody you really got a life to put up with. Let's see. Trying to find some. I'm trying to recognize any of these movies. So I don't. I really don't. There's more pictures. Trying to get that glare out of there. It's like, the glare is the problem. But I mean, it's a nice biography. It's not very long. It's very short. But it was there for, it was $3. Not bad for $3. Maurice is the doctor. The first doctor. I'm going to keep saying that, people. You know why. You're a true Whovian. You'll know why I keep saying it. More Doctor Who stuff. More Doctor Who stuff. Yeah, you get the impression from the brief little segments I've read of this book that he definitely had opinions. He definitely wasn't exactly straightforward where he came from for reasons. For that time period, the reasons make sense. Let's see. I like Solo. I have not read it, as I keep saying. But in the same breath, he will always be the first Doctor. I mean, I like these kind of biographies because they're actors that you really don't expect the biography to be of, or maybe not much interest. But you know, it was written by his grandfather or grandmother, by his granddaughter, and not Susan, the actual real granddaughter. Life of the character of Dr. Hartnell went through several different incarnations during his career. These together with his private life on the subject of this carefully researched, utterly absorbing biography. I read the first chapter. It's pretty good, actually. Well, the first chapter. But he's the first Doctor. I'm going to keep saying that. People know why I keep saying it. Because it is sad what Doctor Who has become. It is sad what it has been turned into a... As I've said in my other video when I've dealt with Doctor Who, Capaldi was the last Doctor. He was the last Time Lord of the actual real Doctor Who series. After that, I'm not sure what that is, but I could barely watch it. Again, find it. Well, you could probably find it on Amazon or Script Books. But he was something. He was definitely something. I mean, it has an entire list back here of all his movies that he was in, the plays he was in. I'm trying to quickly see if I recognize any movies I've seen. I probably have seen him. I just don't recognize him per se. I mean, no, I believe he did a movie with Peter Ustinov, if I remember correctly. I remember hearing Peter Ustinov's name mentioned. And I'm trying to find this as quickly as I can. And yeah, I'm trying to get up at that point. I'm not recognizing anything. I would have sworn that I saw something in him and Peter Ustinov around. But it's easier to figure this out. Peter Ustinov, 92. Well, okay, so the bibliography, it mentions Peter Ustinov's autobiography, which is actually also another very good book. It must be in here somewhere. I just don't want to bore you with trying to find it. But, you know, I mean, he made a good first Doctor. He made the show work. He was difficult to work with, but he made the show work. He was not boring, but he made the show work. Think about it. You watch the show now, it amazes me. You can see the wheels under the Cybermen as they're being pedaled across. I mean, this was a cheap show. It was a corny, cheap, deliriously fun show to watch. It was science fiction. Excuse me. It was science fiction at its best and corniest. But anyway, I would recommend it only because if you are a die-hard Whovian, real die-hard Whovian, like some Whovians, this is the book. Read it. I think this is the only biography or autobiography of any of the actors who played the Doctor. So, I would like to find one of Patrick Troughton that's out there. Excellent book. Read. Enjoy. I'm going to try to post this, so hopefully I don't have any problems. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Behave yourselves, people, because I'm not going to. This computer's also bigger from the spot it's sitting, so I'm having to. I mean, I'm glad I have this computer to back up the one that decided to die on me yesterday. But it's going to take some maneuvering to work in this little space I have to work in. So. But anyway, behave yourselves, people. You know I'm not going to. Later.